The Al-Hilli family murders. The tragic murder of the Al-Hilli family in the French Alps is still unsolved years later.
The Al-Hilli family murders, a French Alps mystery unsolved after years. The pristine beauty of the French Alps hides a dark secret: the brutal murder of the Al-Hilli family in 2012. This crime, which claimed the lives of 4 people, remains one of Europe's most baffling and tragic unsolved cases. The discovery of their bullet-ridden car on a remote forest road sent shockwaves across the globe, igniting a complex investigation that has spanned years and multiple countries, yet yielded no definitive answers. The victims, Saad Al-Hilli, his wife Iqbal, their eldest daughter, and a cyclist, were found in a scene of unimaginable violence. The sheer brutality of the attack and the subsequent lack of clear motive or suspects have cemented this case in the public consciousness as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath idyllic surfaces. The story is a stark illustration of how even the most thorough investigations can falter, leaving behind a legacy of unanswered questions and profound grief. The discovery, a scene of horror in Chevaline. Imagine a quiet, winding road in Chevaline, a small town near the beautiful Lake Annecy. On September 5, 2012, this peaceful setting turned into a nightmare. A British family on holiday met a brutal end here, sparking one of the most puzzling unsolved crimes in recent memory. Details of the crime scene. A passing cyclist found a dark green BMW station wagon parked on a narrow forest road. The car was riddled with bullet holes, a horrifying sight. Inside lay the bodies of Saad Al-Hilli, his wife Iqbal, and their eldest daughter, Zainab. Next to the car, investigators found another victim, Sylvain Mollier, a local cyclist. He too was shot multiple times. This remote location, deep in the French Alps, provided few clues, making the initial stages of the investigation incredibly difficult.
The victims, a family caught in a nightmare. The Al-Hilli family came from Claygate, Surrey in the UK. They were on a summer holiday, enjoying the scenic French Alps, when tragedy struck. Their lives were cut short in a violent ambush that shocked everyone. Saad Al-Hilli. Saad Al-Hilli, 50, was an Iraqi-born British engineer. He worked in the satellite industry and was known for his intelligence and quiet nature. Reports after his death suggested he had some financial dealings, including a large sum of money in a Swiss bank account. His family life seemed normal, but investigators looked into any potential disputes. Was there a hidden conflict that led to this awful crime? Could his work or finances be a motive? Iqbal Al-Hilli and the children. Iqbal Al-Hilli, 47, was a dentist. She was with her daughters Zainab, 7, and Zena, 4 on this trip. The loss of these innocent lives in such a brutal way touched hearts worldwide. Zainab, the older daughter, was found badly beaten and shot. She later survived, providing some initial, but limited, details. Zena, the younger daughter, incredibly, survived by hiding under her mother's skirt for hours, unnoticed by the killer. Her survival was a miracle, but the trauma made it hard for her to share much at first. Sylvain Mollier. Sylvain Mollier, 45, was a French father and keen cyclist. He lived nearby and was likely just out for a ride when he stumbled upon the unfolding horror. His presence at the crime scene raised many questions. Was he targeted, or was he simply in the wrong place at the wrong time? Police considered if Mollier knew the Al-Hilli family or had any connection to the attacker. So far, no clear link has been found. His death remains as mysterious as the rest of the Al-Hilli family murders. The investigation, a complex and international pursuit. Solving the Al-Hilli case proved to be a huge challenge for police. The remote location and the international nature of the victims made things even harder. French and British authorities teamed up, but a breakthrough seemed to always be just out of reach. Initial response in forensics. French police quickly secured the crime scene, but working in the dense forest was tough. Forensic teams gathered evidence, including bullet casings from an automatic pistol. The sheer number of shots fired pointed to a determined attacker, maybe even more than one. Investigators worked tirelessly, sifting through every detail. They looked at ballistics and tried to piece together the events of that fateful afternoon. The lack of witnesses in such a secluded spot was a major hurdle. Suspects and theories. Many theories emerged over the years for the al-Hilli family murders. Early on, police looked at Saad al-Hilli's brother Zaid al-Hilli. There were reports of a dispute over family inheritance. Zaid was even arrested but later released due to lack of evidence. Other ideas included business rivalries, past conflicts from Iraq, or even a professional hit. The lone wolf theory, suggesting a random, unhinged attacker, also gained traction. But no theory ever stuck, leaving the case wide open. International cooperation and obstacles.
Authorities ultimately prosecuted. British authorities quickly joined the investigation, given the al-Hilli family's citizenship. This meant sharing information across borders, which can be slow and complex. Different legal systems and police procedures sometimes created delays. Despite extensive efforts, including countless interviews and forensic tests, no one was ever charged. Every lead seemed to hit a dead end, frustrating both the police and the families waiting for answers. Unanswered questions and lingering doubts. Years later, the al-Hilli family murders remain a chilling enigma. The questions surrounding this brutal crime linger, leaving a shadow over the French Alps. Why did this happen, and who was behind it? The missing link. What crucial piece of evidence could unlock this case? Police have struggled to find a definitive motive for the killings. Was it a planned attack, or a chance encounter? The lack of clear reasons makes it hard to identify a suspect. Linking a person to the crime is nearly impossible. This missing link keeps the case cold and the mystery alive. The silence of Zena. Zena al-Hilli, the youngest survivor, was only 4 years old when she witnessed such horror. Her young age and the immense trauma made it incredibly hard for her to give detailed accounts. She later underwent therapy and protection. While her survival was a miracle, her inability to provide strong testimony has been a challenge for the investigation. Can a child truly recount such a terrifying event years later? Her silence, born from trauma, is a stark reminder of the crime's impact. The legacy of the unsolved. The al-Hilli murders cast a long shadow on the victims' families and the Chevaline community. It is heartbreaking for families to not know who murdered their loved ones. The frustration of a prolonged, unsolved investigation is immense. Even with new forensic technology, cases like this are tough. The hope for justice for the al-Hilli family and Sylvain Mollier remains, but time makes solving cold cases harder. This shocking event reminds us that not all crimes are neatly solved. Conclusion: a cold case in the Alps. The al-Hilli family murders represent a profound tragedy and a persistent enigma. Years have passed since the bullets rained down on that quiet French road, yet the questions surrounding who pulled the trigger and why continue to echo. The case serves as a stark reminder of the complexities of criminal investigations and the devastating impact of unresolved violence. While the hope for justice for the al-Hilli family and Sylvain Mollier remains, this chilling episode in the French Alps stands as a testament to the enduring power of an unsolved mystery.